Hey guys, just a really quick update video when it comes to Saw Legacy. Now, this is a bit old news. Honestly, I've been on spring break this week. I've been kind of relaxing. I haven't really been making any real new videos. I meant to make this about a week ago, but I just didn't really have the time for it. So I thought, it could wait. It's not really big breaking news. With that being said, Bloody Disgusting has confirmed that the MPAA actually has given Saw Legacy an R rating. Now, to anyone who's been a fan for this series a long time, we were, this is pretty much expected. It wasn't necessarily ever going to be, I guess, to the point where Saw Legacy wasn't going to get an R rating. If it didn't, I think a lot of people would be really kind of upset about that. Honestly, that's not something that us fans would really like to see. For a lot of people, it is the traps that kind of make the series what it is. A lot of people, like myself, do think that the characters and the situations and all the stuff, Jigsaw's philosophy for what it is what actually makes a series worth watching. But to each his own. To me, if there are no traps and everything, then it does kind of start to kind of chip away at the entire philosophy of the situation. So I guess there's an argument to be made either way. Personally, it's something that I really enjoy. I really hope that we get more of this. We get more of hard R horror films. We have a lot of them, but man, we haven't, over the last couple of years, we've kind of gotten a bit more to the side of doing PG-13 rated horror films. They're not necessarily going hard R, more for the younger crowds and everything. And, just a kid growing up in the 90s, getting those slasher films and everything. And then also, kind of letting it, I guess, evolve into more of a 3D or PG-13, situation. For a lot of people, it's just kind of been a little bit much of a downer. I feel like that trend is basically changing, but I guess that's a video for another day. The one thing I really have to say about this, and like I said, I'll keep this video short, but the one thing I really do have to think about or say about this is basically, why haven't we seen anything from Saw before, or Saw Legacy before now, or even until now? It does seem, and I keep making videos, I keep kind of pestering about this, is we haven't necessarily seen anything from this franchise, from this upcoming film. And I know a lot of people will say like, oh, well, Mark, it's March, or it was February or January when you first started talking about why haven't we seen anything. And I feel like I haven't necessarily, my point's still valid. A lot of movies, and for what it's worth, a lot of horror movies don't necessarily start promoting very, very, very far out. But at the same time, this is an established franchise, and established franchise, you would imagine to see like maybe an official still from the production, maybe, I guess, some kind of teaser poster, or maybe some kind of really formal announcement instead of instead of Bloody Disgusting or other news outlets basically kind of chipping away at all these kind of insider info that they're getting one way or the other. It's just weird to me to think that they aren't necessarily promoting it at all. I know for a lot of people, horror movies are not necessarily the films to basically kind of prop up and do what they need to do in order to sell the film. People just want to keep going to see horror films, and obviously if it comes out in October, then that's probably the best time for it to actually come out. But at the same time, like, people need to know that this movie exists in order for them to actually get excited for it. And knowing that the movie's already done to the point that the MPAA has given it its rating, and Lionsgate's not going to fight this. Twisted Pictures isn't going to fight this going into this. This is probably the rating they wanted. But knowing that this movie is so done that the MPAA has finally rated it, or given it its stamp of approval, and giving it a decent rating, not basically making them go back to the drawing board, it's way too gruesome, is weird. A lot of movies do kind of at least put out something before the MPAA gets their hands on it, at least to give some semblance of, yes, this movie exists. And you would imagine that from a long-running franchise, a franchise such as Saw, that basically completely reinvigorated the entire horror genre for almost a decade. The better part of a decade. So it's just a general question from me. I would really like to hear anyone's thoughts about this. What are your thoughts about The R rating, is it surprising to you at all? Do you feel like they should basically start promoting this movie sometime pretty soon here, or anything like that? General information that you'll have about the MPAA's rating system that I might be kind of overlooking, or anything like that, and anything you want to talk about. Are you generally excited for Saw Legacy? I know I am. I've been covering it, like I said. Any other news and stuff, I might be a little late. Obviously, please go to Bloody Discussing, like I always say, or some other reputable news site. Do not just look up these situation or people like me unless they're putting sources in the description section and all that, like I always do. And please just make sure to do your best to kind of get the right information right now. You don't want to get anyone lying to you. Like I've said before, those trailers that they're basically being released and everything, they're not real. It's so stupid to think that those things are real. I've seen people like Watch Mojo put that trailer footage in their videos about upcoming sequels, Saw Legacy being one of them that you don't know about. And it just makes me sick to my stomach that even a channel and outlet as big as Watch Mojo would still be kind of throwing that at you as if it was real. Like they don't do their homework at all. So not to throw shade, I definitely do like their content, but that does kind of make me scratch my head and wonder why. So guys, if you want like really up-to-date news, just make sure to go check out like really reputable news sources, like I've mentioned, and come to me for, if you want, I'll be keeping up, and I'll be kind of posting them as I see them, and I'll give you my thoughts on them, and you can share your thoughts with them, whatever it is, with me in the comment section below, and I'll hopefully comment back and we can have a general conversation about it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Like I said, short video today. I know I've been rambling a little bit, but I hope you did enjoy this film or video. Please make sure to share your comments in the comment section below. Share this video out to all your friends. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next Saw video. Bye.